for the city.
Trying to stand still for no man except Isaiah Reed.
Walk on stage with a whole lot of water, with a whole lot of drip on me.
MLS NEXT Fest. This is North America's largest youth soccer scouting event, held from December 4th to the 15th, with U13 to U19 age groups from the top academies playing hundreds of games in front of scouts from pro, college, and national teams, with the best of matches, which are the All-Star games, player development sessions, fan experiences, and also GA Cup qualifiers. This festival has it all. It's got footy, it's got style, it's got culture. It's about to be crazy, so let's get it. First line of business on day one, straight to it, hitting the drip with the guys, and then we went to go and check out the MLS Cup final game, Vancouver Whitecaps versus Inter Miami. We all know how the score happened, and Inter Miami ends up taking the dub. After that, we had to go and watch a few games, capture some content. So you already know I had to pull up to the FC Dallas game to check out my guy Still Cook. End up scoring this goal, and the vibes were crazy. I'm just gonna let it play out. MLS NEXT Fest already getting started off on the right foot with some crazy energy. And so I'm gonna let this recap play from day one. Now on to the next day, another day to see some of the top players in the country. For the people who don't know, there was over 1,000 teams, over 30,000 players, and over 500 scouts between pro, college, and national teams across all age groups. So this was a major scouting event for players. After seeing a couple games, we had to link up with the guy Jack Otley. We let our media team toss him and Van Parker the camera just to see what these guys were like behind the lens. Here are some of the photos. Y'all let us know who you think had the best flicks, Jack or Van. Right after that, it was time for my MLS Next Speaker series, so I'm gonna let it play out.
And then rupture my Achilles, and I can't kick a ball for a whole year. I couldn't even walk for 3 to 4 months, and it was extremely tough. But there's been a ton of optimism in that because of purpose. And we talk about the player pathway and how it can look on the field and off the field. And so the most important thing for me during this time of injury was establishing my purpose, which was to inspire and to connect. As strong as we want to be, it's hard to go through it on your own. So you have to be able to lean on people that you can really trust, whether it's a parent, whether it's a coach, an older sibling, someone that you can be able to lean on when you're going through that. And for me personally, I had to use a support system. You know, you have all this success and it's like, you feel like you're crashing down. I was talking to a mentor who actually played at Clemson back in the 1990s, who I talked to as well too, but a similar situation to me, talking to my parents, talking to other people, my friends, and through those times, you're going to really need a village, as they say, to be able to get through that and continue to push on to the next levels.
And then some more good news came because the MLS people asked me if I wanted to coach the MLS Next Best of match for the U17 age group. Right after the announcement, had to go to the notepad, write down a couple notes, turn into my prime Pep Guardiola, and then it was time for the match. My guys from the East struck first with my guy Nico Gonzalez bagging this goal, had the crowd going crazy. And it was peak vibes from the boys. Everyone on the sideline ran down to go and celebrate. We didn't end up winning the game. We ended up losing 2-1, but it was a super fun experience getting to interact with the East and the West guys, and a moment that I know that these guys will not forget. Right after the game, we came back to edit some content, and it was now time for the next day. Energy is already on 10, and at this point, the best of matches are done, and now it is time for the GA Cup qualifier matches, where non-MLS Academy teams can be able to qualify for the GA Cup. So this is when you're gonna start to see a lot of the hype. But before we got into that, we had to see a couple more games and also head over to the MLS College Showcase, where we got to cover some of the best MLS college players who are looking to get drafted. But like I said before, it's time for the GA Cup qualifiers. We're back over to the facility to watch these MLS Next games. PK shootouts everywhere, and we had to stop by the Sockers game first. Let me just let this play out. It was absolute mayhem. The celebrations are crazy. It's always so fun when you got the whole tournament of MLS Next in the celebration. This was a great moment, but the next day I had to wake up 5 a.m. to head out to the fields to get a session on my own, just so I can be able to stay sharp and stay ticking over. Shout out to my guy Dev from Franklin Sports Performance. He put me through a really top session. This allowed me to stay sharp, get some good touches, a little bit of small-sided, and keeping me ready for the day before we headed out to the fields again. After putting in the work in the morning, now it's time to do a little bit of workout on the fields, looking at a few players, checking out my guy DJ Hornak bagging a goal for Colorado Rapids, and checking out Mo Badawia from Austin FC 2 before we slid to this Indy 11 game for the GA Cup qualifier. Some of you guys have seen this clip, but I'm just gonna let it play out. Pure vibes. It's always nice being able to celebrate with the players. These PK shootouts are crazy, but I think y'all know the one PK shootout that everyone remembers from MLS Next Fest. Arguably the moment of the year, the Cedar Stars PK shootout win. Let me just let this play out and let y'all catch a vibe. It's now getting to that part of the tournament. The U19s and the 17s are gone. The GA Cup qualifiers are going. And also the U13s and U14s have just pulled up. So you already know we had to go over to the other complex to see what some of these young ballers are looking like. And I was not disappointed. Shout out to Silicon Valley, U14s. These kids are absolute ballers. My guy out here banging a free kick from about 25 yards out. And then look at these guys all hitting the drip. And they got a little fan section as well too. Silicon Valley moving super tough. But after that, we had to head back to the main facility to check out some of the GA Cup finals matches. Just look at the sunset, look at the vibes. How could you not want to play in this? Cedar Stars going up against Sockers. As I mentioned before, it's this time of the tournament where players are playing for trophies, things are winding down, and people are getting super competitive. But these were only just a few highlights of the event. If you were there, you knew that so much happened. From my perspective and Drip FC's perspective, so much fun interactive content and different challenges that we were running. For me, it was such a pleasure and an honor for me to be able to take pictures and meet every single one of you. I really appreciate all the love and the support that I get out these events. It just makes me want to continue to come back and to continue to grow the culture of the game. What a tournament, what an event. I had an amazing experience. Drip FC had an amazing experience. I hope every player at the tournament had an amazing experience. For the ones who are watching the series, I'm going to continue to keep pushing to be the best version of myself and continue to inspire you all. So we keep moving, we keep pushing, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.